God, this is hard. That's me complaining to him lately about everything that I'm going through. I'm like, God, what is this? But God is so funny. He has a really great sense of humor. He took me back to a post that I wrote in January, and it's a post where I ran to Starbucks for 2.5 miles. And when I got there, I was so proud of myself. I sent a text to the girls, and I said, girls, I made it. Let's do hard things this year for God. But now that the hard things I'm here, I'm like, God, what is this? I didn't want all of these hard lessons. So it seems like I'm going through a school, God's school right now. And I realize what he's trying to do with me and what I feel he wants to do with all of us. He wants to replace some weeds that we have growing in our hearts. The weeds such as bitterness, envy, jealousy, hate, greed, selfishness, temptations, evil thoughts, anger, doing and saying hurtful things. So he wants to replace all those weeds with thoughts of mercy and kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, bearing with and forgiving each other, and clothing ourselves in love. Super tough, guys, to be the people that God is calling us to be. But that's where the practice, and more practice comes in. So whenever we see ourselves thinking the wrong things or want to do the wrong things, I want us remembering that God is the boss of our lives in every moment, and making every decision as if we're going to have to go and meet with God the next moment and say, okay, God, this is what I did. To have to give an account to God for our actions. So if we catch ourselves doing something that we feel we shouldn't do, to say, just no problem. Next time we'll just challenge ourselves to be better. Especially in our thinking, guys. So many times I have to switch my thoughts. I have this thing, and when I catch myself going into crazy lady mode, the screensaver that I have on my phone says hug, because I imagine God takes his hand and wraps his arms around me. So whenever I see the crazy Nikki wants to come out, I just say to myself, hug. And that's my little cue to myself to switch back into being the person God has called me to be. It hasn't been easy, guys. It's just a challenge that I keep doing. Anytime I catch myself with crazy thoughts and being mad and being angry, I just say, hug, Nikki, hug. And I talk to myself and I have a good time just reminding myself that I'm gonna be this fierce mom, fierce wife, fierce person. My mom is here with me right now. She's 87 years old. And I just have to, she's teaching me love and kindness and patience to a new level, guys. But I say, no problem. That's my mom who's been there for me all my life. So I'm gonna go the extra mile for her. So after I'm done with this video, I have to go look for medicine for her. But no problem. She's been there for me, so I'm gonna be there for her. So I want us all knowing that God is the ultimate boss of our lives. So every action, every word, every thought, we're gonna make it seem as if God is watching us. Heaven is our audience, guys. God is our audience. He's the ultimate rewarder of every little thing that we do. So I want us focused on him, keeping our eyes fixed on him, being the rockin' baddest people that he himself would have us to be. And let's shine bright for him. Being the most loving, forgiving, going the extra mile in kindness, all for God's glory, guys. I promise you, you don't go wrong with God.